atmosphere, and also the camera work right from the start is very good, or I liked it. I think what made me like it the most is that it changes the way it moves through the space, and it makes it more engaging looking at all the scenes, all the locations. Also, the actress, I forgot the child actress, Jodine, I think something. I just searched it up, but I don't remember. I knew that I knew her from something, and I had written down Thailand or Twilight, and she had played in both of these movies and in some other films as well. She played in Cabin in the Woods, which I've also seen, and so she's basically the child actress that played all of those creepy child characters. Which reminds me that I should rewatch Thailand. That's like the one movie that truly scared me as a kid. I don't think I was supposed to watch that. Even though that's not a horror movie, I think it's, yeah. So the whole movie, or most of the movie, does have this foggy atmosphere. And definitely it has this creepy atmosphere. It's very creepy, all of it. Fortunately there aren't it's not a jump scare or anything like that. It more is relying on the atmosphere and on some creatures, or some non-human things. So there's a lot of that kind of. I also noticed the soundtrack, which I really liked. There's this piano tune or theme playing throughout it, and again, it just helps the atmosphere and makes it even more creepy. Aside from the foggy atmosphere, it also has this gritty and dirty look to it, because there's more to it, to the world that we're watching. The movie actually takes place, it follows a mother and a daughter, and it takes place in this abandoned city, which gives it this post-apocalyptic feeling, even though it's not entirely that. Definitely not that, but I don't want to give away what it is actually, because the important part of this movie is the mystery that you don't know what's actually happening or what it is about. So I don't want to give away too much. When I said that this movie has some creatures and stuff like that, there's actually also, besides the creatures, there's a lot of visual effects, and you can definitely tell that it's from the kind of early 2000s. But I don't think it aged that badly. I mean, some of it is quite fake looking, but some of it I think holds up great, and even the fake looking stuff, I liked all of it. I think it depends on what kind of visual effects you like, but I loved it. And even more knowing that it comes from a video game, so it kinda gives off that feeling as well. And besides the foggy atmosphere and the gritty and dark atmosphere, it also has this industrial look. It just mixes up those things. The story itself definitely feels like a video game. You have a character that kinda is taking up those quests and is following their lead to somewhere. So it definitely mirrors the way some video games are played. I can't really compare it to the actual video game it's based on, because I haven't seen it, or I haven't played it or seen it in a gameplay. towards the end though, I found the characters to be making more stupid decisions. At the start it was whatever, I didn't really pick up on that, but towards the end there are some obvious stupid decisions made, but there's not too many of them that it would like made me really frustrated to watch it. But the actual story, towards the end we get this weird but cool looking scene where it's kind of this explanation scene, everything is explained in a way, but it's still confusing. Like, I found the story itself to be confusing and I got a bit lost in it. Yeah, so that's why it's not like the greatest film. Yeah, also I don't know